Hi, I'm Anjali Varma, and you're watching The Modern Mompreneur. And today I'm coming to you from San Francisco, and I am so excited to have the CEO and founder of Red Tricycle, Jacqui Boland. Jacqui, can you tell us a little bit about what Red Tricycle is for all the moms out there?
Yeah, I'd love to. So Red Tricycle is the #1 destination for people planning their family weekends. We offer ideas for things to see, eat, and do with your kids in 9 U.S. cities and growing.
And moms, if you have not checked out Red Tricycle, you really should. There's so much great information, such a great resource for things to do with your children. And what I love about Jacqui's story is that it really came from a mom aha moment. So can you tell us a little bit about your mompreneur moment and how you started Red Tricycle?
My aha moment. So I had worked in media for a long time. I worked in big magazines in New York and San Francisco. And so I had this great, lifestyle in my 20s and even early 30s where I was going to store openings and parties and live music and dinner and travel. And right around 2006, I'd gotten married and my husband took a job in Seattle. And so I found myself in a new city in a new place in my life where I was newly pregnant, and suddenly I had kind of like an identity crisis. I kind of freaked out. I was like, oh my God, am I giving up all of those fun things I did in my former life? And now it's like Chuck E. Cheese and Barney? Like, no, there's got to be more. And so, Red Tricycle was truly born out of my own interest in making sure that my life could be as fun, as exciting when I was single as now when I had kids. And I'm happy to report I was pleasantly surprised that there is life after children. And even 7 years later, we're still finding fresh things to write about in Seattle, where we started, and of course all of our other cities too.
How long did it take for you to realize that this was more than just a pet project and this actually could be a business?
So from the time I started Red Tricycle in 2006 to the time I expanded to cities was like 3.5 years.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And you recently completed a round of funding
with
angel investors. So how is that process? Do you have any tips out there for mompreneurs who are maybe considering that?
Yeah, and so in 2009, when I decided to see if this business was scalable, the first thing that investors look for is traction, right? And so they want to see everything moving up into the right hockey stick growth. And so we focused on just 3 metrics, growing our traffic to our website, subscribers to our newsletter, and revenue. And we thought if we can get those 3 metrics moving in the right direction, then we would have a story to tell to investors. And so I spent about 18 months going from Seattle to San Francisco, Portland, LA. We grew from 1 city to 5 cities, from about 18,000 subscribers to about 250,000, and increased our revenue as well. And so with that, then we had a really nice graph,
a good story
to bring to investors. But even with that, it was, another 12 months and probably close to 200 meetings with investors before, we raised our round. And so I'm not going to say that even with great growth metrics, it's
a challenging process.
Exactly, yes.
And what would you say to moms out there who are considering, they may have an aha moment or an idea?
Yeah, I would say pursue it. And, I think growing a business is a lot like being a parent or being a mom. You go through phases where you love it, you go through phases where you hate it, and I think the longer you stick with it, you figure out a rhythm that works for you.
Great. Thank you so much to Jacqui Boland. She'll be sticking around for our Mompreneur Minute, so make sure to check back here for her tips for mompreneurs and her mompreneur mantra. And if you want more information on parenting, lifestyle, and entrepreneurism, please subscribe to my YouTube channel or follow my blog at themodernmompreneur.com.